Hi, welcome to Watch the Time and my review of the Orient Ray II. Now, I'd sort of overlooked this watch until I started looking at the Seiko, the 5KX, you know, the new replacement SKX. When you look at the two side by side, these are very similar watches, and I think they're in the same kind of bracket. You know, whilst these watches, like the 5KX and this, I don't think either of them are particularly dive watches. They are certainly dive style watches and make perfect desk divers, everyday sort of work watches. And I think they're perfect for someone who just wants, you know, a sports stainless steel watch that's just reliable, accurate, and you know, you don't have to think about. So let's open this one up. And there is the Orient Ray II. The dial is absolutely gorgeous. This lovely sort of deep blue. You've got the blue bezel, like with a matte finish. It's really nice. There's nothing sort of fantastic about this. It's a fairly inexpensive watch. You can pick these up. I mean, this was second hand, absolutely mint condition, running really well, keeping really good time within a couple of seconds. I think it's like within about 4 seconds a day. So I'm really happy with it, and this one cost me 80 quid second hand, and new. Then, you know, they're not that much more than it new. They're certainly a lot cheaper, probably about half the price of the new Seiko 5KX. You've got obviously a day-date complication. You've got excellent Loom. I put a Loom shot up here. The Loom is brilliant, and it lasts well into the night. You know, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you can still see the time on this, no problem at all. It's a kind of watch you could wear just, you know, all day, every day and night. Once you started it going, and that's it, just leave it. The only time you're ever going to need to change it is when you need to do a date change. Quite a nice case shape to it, but nothing sort of fancy. Nice polishing, again, nothing fancy. You've got a signed crown. Screw down case back, screw down crown. It hacks, it hand winds. It's just a nice functional watch, but where it gets good, and the bracelet is nothing to write home about, either just a press clasp, but you know, nothing special. But this watch is more than the sum of its parts, in my opinion. And when you get it on wrist, every time I put this on, I'm like, why do I have other watches? It just looks fantastic. The applied indices with the little bits of chrome around, the hands are really nice handset. They're not too big, not too small. The second hand with the little sort of arrow point on there with a bit of Loom on the end of it. It's again really nice. Nice guarded crown so it doesn't dig into your hand, but it just wears absolutely perfect. I don't know if it's just because of my wrist shape, but it's like this watch was designed for me. It's so comfortable. It's just absolutely perfect. Even to the point where I'm on the middle one on the 3 micro adjustments there. I'm on the middle one, so in the summer I can just make it a little bit bigger. In the winter I can make it a bit smaller if necessary. But it just wears absolutely beautifully. My wrist is about 7¼ inches, and this watch is absolutely perfect on it. I mean, it sounds like a big watch with a 42mm diameter, but with the short lug to lug that you can see there, it's just, I don't know, it just wears absolutely beautifully. I bought this to test, and to be honest, it doesn't really sort of fit in my collection. The only reason I'm keeping it in my collection at the moment is because it's actually the only watch I've got that I can wear perfectly comfortably on a stainless steel bracelet, and that's the only, you know, the only time I wear this is when I want to wear a watch with a stainless steel bracelet. And it's so cheap, it's like, you know, it's hardly worth selling or moving on. It's just absolutely fantastic. The bracelet itself is just, you know, it's solid links, but they're just push pins. It's just a stamped pressed clasp. You know, it's got the 2 pushers and a little, you know, fold over. It's got Orient on there. It's nice enough. I don't have a problem with it. But, you know, hollow end links, there's just nothing flash about it, but it doesn't matter. It works. It's just one of those watches that works absolutely fine. As I said, it's running within 5 seconds a day, so you know, I really can't complain about a watch for this kind of money. And I think it, with the screw down crown to 200 meters of water resistance, you know, I think it really does beat the Seiko 5KX. On my one, I don't know if it's on all of them, but the bezel is actually quite stiff, but I just reckon that's my one. But you know, I haven't got a problem with that. lines up sort of okay. It's not quite perfect, but it's near enough. And again, you know, when you look, you can pick these up for about 120, 130 quid, $150. I think it's just absolutely fantastic value for money. And this is a watch I would say if you're buying a watch for someone and they just want an everyday watch just to wear to and from work, doesn't matter if it gets a bit knocked, scratched around, and you know if the clasp gets knocked on the desk and scratched up, and the bracelet does, then this is an absolute stunning watch. It looks really nice. It certainly looks and performs a lot better than its price would lead you to believe. I absolutely love it, and it's one of those watches you wear it and think, why do I have all these other watches, you know? But there you go. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.